first video back, and I'm super pumped. But for my first video, I chose kind of a long trip. It's about 300-mile drive. So I'm hitting Las Vegas, New Mexico right now, and I'm hungry. It's about lunchtime, so I'm gonna stop at this place. Kind of seems interesting. Got a little bit of dirt road, dirt parking lot action pulling up into this place. So I had just Googled good New Mexican food in Las Vegas, New Mexico, and this place, Cocina de Rafael, came up. So I'm gonna go in and check it out and see what it's like. Dirt road, metal building, hole in the wall. A lot of the time these places have really, really good food. They just don't look like it from the outside. They look a little scary. This is like a $13 combination plate. Amazing. I don't even know where to start, so I'm just gonna dig in. Oh my god, I'm so full. So that was amazing. That was a ton of food too. And so I came on a I guess Thursdays are specials for their combination plates. $12 for all of that. $12 even was what it was at the end. So yeah, I definitely recommend this place if you're in Las Vegas, New Mexico. It's awesome. You guys know me. You guys know that like I stop at a lot of places, you know, try to do local stuff. And man, that was one of the better experiences for sure. So is that Bigfoot? Dawson Cemetery contains approximately 600 marked burials in 3 sections that date from 1906 until 1950. The largest section, approximately 360 burials, is enclosed with iron pipe fencing and contains the graves of miners killed in 2 major explosions in 1913 and 1923. Uniform rows of identical iron crosses mark these burials. North and east of the miners section are the oldest graves, dating from 1906 to the late 1920s. The newest section on the south side contains 80 burials dating from the late 1920s through 1950, including New Mexicans killed in World War II. Dawson was established in 1901 by the Phelps Dodge Corporation and named for the former landowner and rancher John Barclay Dawson. At its peak, it was the largest mining town in New Mexico with a population of more than 6,000. The workers were mostly immigrants from southern and eastern Europe and Mexico. The company built houses, 2 schools, 2 churches, a hospital, a store, hotel, bank, and a cemetery. Recreational facilities such as ball fields, a pool, golf course, and amusement hall were also constructed. The town was abandoned and razed when the coal mines closed in 1950. It says this memorial pit car is dedicated in honor of all who worked, lived, and died in Dawson. Presented by the descendants of Tom Hay, James Hay, George Hay, and Lyle Roper. A total of 263 men were killed in an underground explosion which took place on October 22nd, 1913. Again, on February 8th, 1923, another disaster occurred and 122 men were killed. On April 30th, 1950, the town was closed. Natural gas and oil took the place of the coal mine in Dawson. The buildings were torn down or relocated to nearby towns, and the mining equipment was salvaged. So I won't be able to explore the town of Dawson, obviously, because it was all torn down. There's nothing left. But they left the cemetery, and this cemetery has a reputation for being haunted. So supposedly you can see apparitions and things like that in this cemetery. So I'm excited to kind of explore it and see what's around. The backdrop on the base of this mountain is awesome. I do have a picture of what the high school would have looked like. Here's a picture of the Opera House. Some of the men mining. Got a picture of the Mercantile Company. This was a pretty decently sized town. So I didn't know this, but one of the accidents happened on October 22nd, and I'm here on October 20th, so I'm almost on the anniversary of this accident right here. is crazy because not only is this grave open, you guys probably can hear it. I don't know if you can see it. There's a rattlesnake right there. He's rattling his tail at me right now. And that coffin has collapsed in. Obviously the snake can't get me from way down there, but it's still scary to get that close. The thing's rattling at me. It's pissed off that it's down there, I think. But that is pretty wild to see, you know, something that's collapsed in like that. I can't see any human remains or anything like that, but that is pretty wild. Yeah, this time of year, snakes are pretty active, but you know, this late in the year, everything's really active. So it's good to remember if you're going to come exploring, just to keep an eye out, you know, especially because, I mean, I'm in the mountains. Like, this cemetery is in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. So there's these graves here. And then there's like almost like a completely covered iron cross. And I wonder if that was part of the family. He died in one of the mining accidents, but was buried with his family. So this is the view from the very, very back fence of the cemetery. So there's one single folding chair at the very front of the entire cemetery. So this is the view if you're to sit in this chair. So I'm sitting in it now, and I'll come back later when it's dark and sit in it again. I think that unless I see a ghost, seeing a rattlesnake inside of a collapsed tomb, I don't know, what do you call that? It's a grave, a collapsed grave with a collapsed coffin is probably my #1 cemetery experience. I mean, unless I see a ghost, unless I see something crazy, but that's pretty wild that that's up there. He's still up there too. I checked on him now, but you can't see him because of the shade. So I'm wondering if he'll be there tonight. I'll put a light on him and see if you can see the snake a little bit better, because I'm not sure how it came out for you guys to see him. But it's pretty wild. He can't get out. He's stuck in there. You know, he's not going to be able to climb a cement wall, so I think he fell in and he's stuck in there. I'm so mad because my sticker's already falling off. I barely ran this on the 16th. It's the 20th, but it's not an outdoor sticker, I guess. I put it on my window and it's fallen off. It's just about time for dinner. I've been wanting to get into backpacking, so I want to put together a backpack that I can hike in somewhere with a little tent and just set it up, because there's a lot of places that you can access by foot that you can't access by vehicle. So I want to get into backpacking, and I just got one of these freeze-dried meals, risotto with chicken, just to see how it tastes. I mean, these are super easy, super simple to make. You just put hot water in them, and they're really lightweight, so they're good for backpacking. So I wanted to try it out to see if it was something that I would like. That way I know which ones I like before I go out there, because if you're hiking all day and then you sit down and you have a meal that you are just not satisfied with, I think that would be pretty sad. I also picked up this today. It was like $6, which is really not bad. It's just a little pot, and then it folds up, and then there's a couple of cups inside of it. So you open it, and there's like some cups you can eat out of in it, but you can use it to boil water, which is why I got it. The other cool thing is you don't have to set up a whole lot. You can just cook your water right there. That's actually already starting to boil, so I wanted to see what this looked like. Some freeze-dried goodies in there. Alrighty. Alrighty, so the instructions say just to mix it really well. Obviously the bag is super hot. Seems like a little design flaw there that you can't really hold the bag. But anyway, it says to mix it super well, which I'm doing. And then you seal it up. It's like a Ziploc bag. And then you let it sit for 8 minutes. And the best part is there's no cleanup. You just got to dry this off and you can put it away immediately because you can just eat that meal right out of the bag. So you guys have no idea what it means to me to be sitting here and opening this thing. Working nights really messed me up in terms of being able to film. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get out here and do it. But I'm so excited to be having my first sparkling water with you guys. Thank you guys for still being here. And yeah, it means like it's awesome to just be able to get back out here and really kind of, you know, continue working towards a dream that I have, right? This is me. You guys are watching me directly work on my dreams, and you guys are supporting me directly working on my dream. So I can't thank you enough. And let's give this a shot. Risotto with chicken. So it's long green rice, Parmesan cheese, white meat chicken, and vegetables. It smells good. It smells like a regular meal, so. You know what? That is not bad. It has a ton of sodium in it, so it's not like the most healthy thing, but it's designed to take backpacking, right? So if you think about it, if you're hiking all day, it doesn't matter if you have kind of high calorie or a high sodium. You might even need some sodium as far as like electrolytes go. So since it's designed for that, that's not that bad. But Backpacker's Pantry brand risotto with chicken. This is pretty good. It is not bad at all. Not bad. So cheers to the next chapter and to many more adventures, and thank you guys for hanging out and being here with me. I really like the way that some of these old iron fences look. So back at the that chair that's kind of right by the entrance, and I'm chilling. I'm just waiting. The sun is starting to set. You can see the line on the mountain. I'm gonna wait for it to get a little bit darker and then try to walk around a little bit. So I've been sitting here just kind of observing for the last 15 minutes or so, and I just heard a female's voice kind of off to the left. I thought it kind of came from behind me, so I freaked out because I thought maybe somebody would be at my truck, which is down in the parking lot, and I looked back there and nobody's around. So that was my first weird experience. I don't know what she said. I couldn't make out what I heard exactly, but it sounded to me like it was a female's voice. So, like I said, this cemetery has a reputation for being haunted. We'll see if I can capture anything. It's hard because I don't have the ability to film the entire time that I'm here, so I can't have the camera rolling the whole time. So that's going to be hard. But that was it kind of spooked me a little bit. So I could hear a vehicle approaching. So I came back to my truck just in case, because technically I can be here, but they don't want us here overnight. There's a sign. I have a feeling these guys are going to ask me to leave, but hold on, let's see. They're coming right now. It could just be somebody wanting to explore. They got a camper shell on their truck, so I'm pretending like I'm doing nothing, which I'm not doing anything wrong, but still, you know what I mean? You never want to get confronted while you're out here. So They kind of drove up and then just turned right around and drove away. Those guys might just be explorers like me, and they saw that I was here and they're like, "Ah, darn it," you know what I mean? So I just don't want to get kicked out. So I was trying to be like low key. So it's down in my truck, and I saw these when they kicked on, and they kind of spooked me at first, but I guess they're just like little solar powered lights. There's a couple around, but I was like, what are those lights? They look like lanterns. Oh no. So right now I'm kind of smack dab in the middle of the cemetery. I do have a flashlight with me, or at least a headlamp. Still a little bit of sun behind me, so I'm waiting for it to get super, super dark first. I heard that you sometimes let people see you. Is that true? What is your name? Did you die in the accident? How old were you when you died? If you're here, can you show yourself to me? So my light actually just died on me. You can see, actually, I'm talking to the camera. I'm facing it. You can see that one little orb of light behind me, but my light just died on me. I don't have any more batteries, but I'm going to go back to the truck and watch that little EVP session. Who knows? It's only a couple minutes long, but maybe there's something there. All right, so I'm back in the truck where I at least have some Christmas lights, so I have some light. I have the light on my phone too, but I didn't want to be out there, no light on my head. One, it's a little spooky, and two, I think it's too cold now. I think the snakes aren't out now, but knowing that there's rattlesnakes in the area, I don't want to be out there without like a proper light just in case, to see that. So it is getting pretty late, so I'm probably just going to hit the hay, and then I'll see you guys in the morning. On my way back, there's a lot of stuff that I was like, oh, I should stop and see that. I should stop and see that. So we'll see how many I actually stop and look at, because there's a lot of things to check out on my way back as well tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. And other than that, good night, guys. It's like 2 in the morning, and my alarm for carbon monoxide is going off, but in a way that it's never done it before. Almost like a malfunction, which is really, really creepy. So I have this window open, and keep in mind, I have slept in here with candles going. I have had all the windows closed, more sealed up than this because it's been cold. I even have a gap here that I normally seal. There's airflow coming in through here. I normally seal that in the winter time. And that alarm, I keep it in here. That alarm has never gone off before. And now it's almost 3 in the morning and I'm hanging out at a cemetery and it just went off.
So nothing else happened last night after my carbon monoxide alarm went off. And I was thinking, so, I have the window open and all that stuff. I know that it's never gone off before. There's no candles or anything. I know for sure I didn't set it off. But these guys died in a fire. They all died in mining fires. And what does smoke produce, right? Carbon monoxide, right? So I wonder if, because earlier in the night I had asked them, some questions, and I wonder if they were responding or if at least one of them came in to respond. That's the only thing that I can think of, because the other thing is the alarm went off and it even sounded weird. Like the alarm, I've tested it before and the alarm doesn't sound like that. It's not like just one high-pitched squeal. So I'm going to say that was an interaction. I don't have any other explanation for it. I really don't. I can't explain why that alarm would go off, because that's not the dying battery sound. That's not the test sound. That's not even the alarm sound that was happening. And I was thinking about it just now, and I was like, you know what? I bet you a lot of them died just from breathing in smoke and stuff.
This really is a beautiful backdrop, though. Look at those skies. So I just want to say that if you came to visit me in my truck last night and you set that alarm off, thank you for saying hi. Alrighty, paid my respects, so time to leave. See if I can't find something else to explore on the way back. So I'm coming down the road and there's just this whole herd. It's like a hunter's dream right here. There's not much left, but this old homestead is something that I saw on the way up that I just wanted to take a look at. You got a crawl space down there, so probably, and I'm hearing something move around in there. You probably won't catch me going in there. I'm not stepping on that floor, that's for sure. I'll go right through it. There's a big old bird living up there, probably. That's a big nest. This might be kind of funny to you guys, but I wanted to stop and see these camels too. I drive around New Mexico a lot, and I've seen a lot of cows and a lot of horses and donkeys and things like that. But pretty rare, actually. This would be the first time ever I've seen somebody raising a bunch of camels. So he's got two humps. There's a white one over here that has 3 humps on his back. He's actually behind that other white one. But yeah, not every day you get to get that close to some camels that somebody's raising. Here's another one where there's just not much left of the house. I love to imagine what a place like this would have looked like when it was all together. A lot of these houses would have been, somebody's dream at some point. So it's just really, really cool to see that. Like out here, that's a fireplace. So I think that would have been a living room and nice. And this house is actually pretty large. It's pretty big. And I believe I'm standing maybe in the kitchen. But yeah, this place is pretty run down. There's not a whole lot left. This is an abandoned gas station, but they still, at the time that they shut down, they still had a full service island. Could you imagine if somebody still like pumped your gas for you and cleaned your windows while you stopped to fill up gas? That'd be pretty cool. A lot of the ones I'm stopping and seeing today are in pretty bad shape, but check out the back porch from this one. There's been cows or horses or whatever in here. See how the floor feels. I think this is okay. Probably won't catch me going up these stairs to get into that attic. But that's pretty cool. I'm gonna get a picture of those for sure. Some pants. There's always a pair of pants in one of these houses. Like, no matter what, you're gonna end up seeing a pair of pants. And usually a bottle of something. Let's see, I'm not gonna go too high. I just want bucket. Man, this could be a whole room up here. Oh, that's cool. Look at the way that the house was constructed. This is the inner workings of the wall. Just a mud, adobe, and some wood. If my YouTube ever blows up and I finish the van life, I'm gonna buy something like that. Like, I'm gonna buy this property and return it to like its original glory. I think that that would be such a cool project and something cool to work on. So just like that, I'm back home. So I will see you guys next week for another adventure. Oh, wait, hold on. Check this out really quick. So as of right now, I got everything out of the van. Sorry about the dogs, but I'm gonna start building it in, and I kind of mapped out what I'm gonna do to finish converting this bad boy. So that'll probably turn into a video in itself. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will catch you next week. Bye.